All right, thanks to everyone to stop by. Just gonna do a quick update. We just have a Roaring Kitty tweet just today. And let's just watch this one. There was a guy, Finance Lot. He mentioned that January 2nd, 2000, there was a flash crash. So I maybe that's the maybe meaning behind it. I know Finance Lot is very aware of all those the market crash and all the market events. So I do believe maybe that's the one that he's referring to. I don't know if there's any other meanings behind it, but that's just so far what I know. um, so I actually work in animation. So from seeing this as an animation like professional perspective, um, it's really animation. It's really about the storytelling, and then what the people in animation they want to do is that they wanted to make a story, and they wanted to convey the message, really fast. So everything has to be really clear here. Um, I just do see like it just dogs are. Oh, the funny thing is the pizza shop is actually went bankrupt. Like it's like I don't know. I don't know if there's any meaning behind it. I know BBBY is went through Chapter 11, and it's a lot of shareholders are kind of waiting for the announcements to kick in. I don't know. Maybe there's something meaning behind it. So it looks like yeah, shareholders. So yeah, so that's really simple. I think it's just waiting for something to come out. Maybe it just tells us that, yeah, like we are just exhausted, and then 2000 January, maybe there's some sort of a crash happening. So I'm so based on what so before this, I actually made a post, and then some people actually say like, hey, yeah, you nailed it the first time. I mean, there's sometimes I nailed it, but there you go. So I can start with this one. So this was my post today that I wanted to share. Whatever you see tomorrow is gonna be a fake out. So and then I post this at 6:40 p.m. Eastern time, right before Roaring Kitty tweet happened. About I don't know, Roaring Kitty tweets like 8 o'clock, right? So yeah, 1 hour 20 minutes before I post this one. The reason I say that is because based on the fractal last time that I post this one, I extended a little bit and then post this one today. That I'm about to see if Roaring Kitty. Okay, so in my opinion, Roaring Kitty and other long forces are kind of creating a fractals here, right? I think there's a reason why they create a fractals, and if they did, they're and if they wanted to follow the exact similar, I mean not exactly, but like something similar patterns here. When you look at this box here that I post, I know some people don't really see. I post this one for a reason, right? So and some people say it's gonna be ups and down. Like a lot of people ask, just look at the chart. It's very easy to look at. So I actually very kindly also create a box for you guys so you can see what's gonna happen. So this is where we end today, right? And then this thing has to pop, right? You see this you see A, B, C, D, E, and there's F. This thing it needs to pop, and I think it could touch $30. I know Max Payne. I was listening in the Kevin Mellon's space call today. He did also sing that something has to pop tomorrow. And there you go. I think, yeah, he talks about how he doesn't really believe in TA. I mean, that's fine. But yeah, whatever you see, whatever I see, I mean, that's the funny thing. I noticed that I talk to people, I talk to also people who are into TA, who are not. But the funny thing is, they look at this kind of similar result, right, at the end, right? whether you look at TA, whether you don't, like I look at fractals wise or TA wise, and this is what's gonna happen this week or tomorrow. And some guy who look at differently, like they look at max pain, they look at the volume, they look at different things. They also predict something's gonna happen this week or tomorrow. So whatever you look at, you do what best for you, not financial advice. So tomorrow, I do expect GameStop pop to $30. Some or maybe something like maybe like 29, 28, something like that. Like you know what I mean? Like it has to push upside, and then I do think that that's gonna be a fake out. So this is really for people who play options. I know who play options, like it is extremely important. So for me, I do a short-term trading also. So any calls that I have in short term, I'm gonna sell, right? But that's all I can say. Not saying that. Oh shit. Sorry about that, guys. So I'm not saying I'm not saying this will play like that, but all I'm saying is it's kind of going through a kind of similar fractal. So right now we are at $28, so it already created a gap up here, which means that it's up this much, 20 something, right? 28.40, right? So it means that it's about this much. So it already created a gap up, right? And then the reason I say it's a fake out is because um, they need more time to accumulate, in my opinion. So as you can see, after this fake out, they're gonna crash this one, the market maker, right? Like even Kevin talks about that, right? Yeah, today. Um, they're gonna do a fake out here, so they're gonna crash the option chain, right? They're gonna try to kill the option chain, all these things. That's what market maker do. But also the long forces, maybe they need more accumulation. Recently Ryan Cohen, he post a guy from the UAE, right? He's extremely wealthy, and then I think there's a reason why. He wants to maybe bring those investors. He needs liquidity, right? He needs to bring money from somebody. Those guys can bring those, maybe help with the liquidity, help with the anything that Ryan Cohen wants to achieve, right? In terms of merger acquisitions, or anything that related to in terms of the liquidity in the in the company. So I think something's gonna happen here. So for now, that's one confirmation I want to see, right? Before I want to show you the whole fractals here, because I think if this fractal that I see is correct, and I'm gonna release it, okay? And this will be the first one, and then I need to see a second more confirmation, which I need to see by end of not sorry by mid-February. And once I see that final confirmation, I'm gonna release this TA, right, for free. Like I'm not gonna. I know there are TA guys who charge, like $500 or $200, whatever. This is free for you guys, and I know maybe this is people who does take money from other people's, and it's their type of businesses. And I'm not like I mean I do also have a membership for my YouTube channel, and then but this is really just wanna help out people who are interested in the stocks, and then not financial advice, of course, right? Like the fractal that I track, maybe it could be wrong. So I mean, it's for me also as well. I've been getting a lot of followers these days. I hit 1,000 followers today. I think yesterday or something like that, very recently after I posted the video, recent video. And then as I'm doing this, I don't see myself as a rowing kid or anything, right? But I'm just guy who track this fractals. And then I create this YouTube channel about a month ago, and I already hit 1,000. So I thank you so much for everyone who follow this channels. And then I do my best to really shorten up. I mean, this whole live stream is about an hour, so I try to edit this out, things that it's not necessary, and then I try to post this one here. So yeah, thank you, everyone who subscribed this one, and if anybody interested in this channel, feel free to subscribe this one. I have almost 2,000 viewers, but I only have 1,000 subscribers. That means 50% are not subscribing. Okay, and that's completely fine. I'm not really forcing anybody to do it, but so yeah, thank you very much. So yeah, but what I want to say is that because I've been getting followers and stuff like that, I'm extremely cautious to share what I want to post here. So just make sure. Oh yeah, he posted something interesting. Okay. MOAS. I don't know. I mean, yeah, there you go. I mean, you could see anything that looks like MOAS, right? But yeah, that's very interesting. But yeah, I mean, oh, statue is deceased. That's interesting. Well, I mean, yeah, don't you guys call like the investors like like diseased, like not disease, but like, yeah. But anyway, like I think I don't know. There's more. I think tinfoil people will figure out more about what this actually means. But I do like the dates of the flash crash in 2000 January, I think. So that's very interesting. January 2nd was Thursday. Okay. I don't know. We'll see, right? His name is Moas Boys. Okay, there you go. So based on the fractal that I kind of have seeing right now, the one thing I can tell you is that I think we're gonna see a fake out. I don't know why, but that's what I see. If that's true, that will be my first confirmation. And the second confirmation I like to see is that fake out, right? Basically, it just pops, and then we'll push down, right? And same as AMC. I know there are people who are frustrated with AMC, but it is what it is. It's I don't have to explain this again, right? It's market makers, right? They want to shake all these retails out before they want to let this go, right? And then somebody like me who track this fractals like maniacs, and then I'm not saying my fractals is correct, but based on what I'm looking at here, it's gonna take a little while here, but when it start to run, I think it's gonna shock the market. And then yeah, so this is kind of what I see here. This is 2020 October November kind of fractals, I think. But yeah, AMC is gonna come down, and there's a gap here at $2.90. And then where's the gap here? 1 second, sorry. Where's my gap? Gap doesn't show up here. 1 second. I don't know why it's not showing up. 1 second. That's weird. Okay, there you go. I mean, there's a gap here, so it's supposed to show up. Okay, there you go. So there's a gap that they left from May 13, and then did a huge squeeze. They're gonna come down to fill the gap, in my opinion, by February. So please don't get disappointed by this. It is what it is. It's just extremely. I mean, it is extremely, like, yeah, it is fraud. I don't know. It's just that's just how the Wall Street is, I think, has been, right? So they use fractals to just just run this whole cycles again, and when this thing hits 2020 squeeze cycle, that's when we're gonna see that MOAS. I personally don't think AMC will go up to only $9 or $10. There's more gaps up to $40 in 80 small gaps hidden. There's hidden gaps at 87 and then 210. So those gaps will be filled in this kind of cleanup operation, in my opinion. So this has been suppressed so much. I think based on this last time fractals, it went up 10 times. Basically, I think AMC is at about 10 times roughly suppressed. And as I continued to mention before, AMC is kind of used as the hedge funds, market makers, collateral, or some sort of ammunition to short the basket stocks, and they're gonna continue to short these things and manipulate these things, and yeah, they're gonna do whatever they want, but it is what it is. We have to just accept the reality, but we have to wait for that kind of timing. And I think that the good timing will be when this gap is filled at $2.90. Sorry, $2.97 or $3. I'll just say $3. So when that is filled, that will be the bottom. I personally don't know how much they're gonna push these things. I was expecting a gap up, but when I look at the GameStop fractals again, and then that's the new fractals that I got after I did some of the some pondering, and then I went back to look at the chart, and then I realized, okay, that's what they're creating. I did kind of seeing that a few months ago that maybe they're doing that, but I wasn't sure if they're doing it until recent drop. So yeah, I think GameStop is gonna do the cycle as well, and then they're gonna do the they're gonna time it perfectly with it when the AMC squeeze in like a 2021. So you're gonna see a like 1,000 over a couple thousand%. I think AMC is gonna do something crazy, in my opinion. About couple, I'll say 2,000% by July or June. But I'll say more July, but we'll see. I'm looking, I'm something between June or July, but I'm seeing more July. That will be the most type of squeeze that you're gonna you can see. But as you can see, AMC is kind of going downturn, which means that for GameStop is also going to downside. So yeah, expect a pop tomorrow as Roaring Kitty kind of tweet these things, and then I do expect this will hit about yeah 20. How much is it now? 28, right? 28.49. Yeah, I'm expecting this thing maybe hit 30, maybe if it's if I mean if it's pretty possible. But yeah, let's see. Let me just double check 1 second. So this is kind of what I see here. So based on the fractals that I see here, I got you see the way it's kind of dropping here. So this was accumulation, right? After this whole giant squeeze, like ups and down, all that kind of crazy, stuff. Since the carry trade, I think this happened carry trade, right? I think somewhere here carry trade happened. And then it was the accumulation time for some long forces, institutions, and all those guys. This was their accumulation. It was big accumulation. And then once the accumulation was complete, based on this fractal, right? Just go ups and down, and then it start to moving up, right? Start to moving up. There was pullback, right? There was a little sharp pullback, and after that, continue to climb up, right? And hit this mark here, and hit one here and one here. There's hit twice, right? Or three times, whatever. But that's kind of what I saw there, right? And after that, it come back down sharply, and we were about to see this pop here, this small wick, and then there's gonna continue to go down. So like AMC, I show you, like GameStop, I just show you this might be a fake out. I might be wrong, but yeah, I do believe that AMC will most likely come down to fill the gap at $3. So yeah, I'll say that February might be boring day and boring month again. Please don't get disappointed. And anybody who play options, just be careful. If you guys have any February calls or March call, things like that, just be careful. Um, I'll I'll I mean I can't give any financial advice, but I'll say April, after April might be better in my opinion. So just be careful with February call options. They'll get burned heavily if this happens. So um, that's pretty much it, guys. Yeah, so the Bitcoin is dropping right now, the whole crypto market. As I mentioned, I've been keep mentioning about this one. The Bitcoin is about to drop, and a lot of people didn't like what I said. They said, where's the Bitcoin dropping? I don't see that. There you go, right? So Bitcoin is dropping, guys. I've been kind of talking about this for a month, and now it's happening. I think the carry trade is gonna happen tomorrow or something. The Japanese interest rate cut. Sorry, not interest rate cut, interest rate hike. So anybody who borrow money from Japan, and then because the Japanese interest rate was so low, so they borrow money and then they do trade in maybe U.S. stocks, and now they have to maybe you know maybe cover or pay back or something. I don't know. Something's gonna happen here. So anyway, so yeah, it's tracking perfectly. I know there are people who doesn't like fractals, but yeah, it is what it is. Um, but yeah, it tracked perfectly here. It hit the top above this line, and then come down, hit one more, pull back, and hit one last one as a all-time high, and this gonna flushed out like that. So I do expect that there's gonna be a big something big happen. So don't expect anything by February, in my opinion, not financial advice. For GameStop, AMC, something's gonna happen in March. There's a flushed out in March here, Bitcoin, perfectly. Something's gonna happen here. Also, by June or July, something's gonna happen here big time. In June, end of May, there you go, flushed out happen here as well. So yeah, this is the beginning of a market crash for Bitcoin, and anybody who don't trust that kind of stuff, you don't have to believe it. That's just my personal opinion based on the fractals and RSI. RSI kind of clearly kind of indicates that it already hit the I mean, it's clearly showing the bearish divergence because when RSI hit all-time high last 2021, it was in January, right? It was January or end of December that was all-time high. However, the price has been kind of going up after this pullback in 2021, but the RSI was a lot lower. As I mentioned before, it's kind of moving through a same kind of setup as well. RSI hit all-time high here, which was last year, March, but the price went up a lot higher, but RSI is a lot lower, which is same setup as this one in 2021. What happened after that? There's also a giant crash. So we are actually going through I believe that we are going through a 4-year cycle of a bear cycle in Bitcoin. And some people might say, hey, there's always a Bitcoin rally after halving events happen. Yes, that's true. But I do believe that they run it faster this time. As you know, there's an ETF, there's a BlackRock, there's a huge institution involved, and I think there's a reason why. They've been preparing this year for this year. I do believe that there's going to be a cleanup operation in 2025. They need to create the liquidity from such as unregulated markets such as Bitcoin, and they're gonna liquidate the assets extremely fast. So yeah, there you go. 2017, 2021, there's a 4-year cycle. 2025, 4-year cycle. There you go. So when Bitcoin drop, I do expect. I don't know. I haven't really figured out the bottom yet, but based on the fractals, yeah, it could possibly hit this level. I think maybe this is not the way I should do it here, but hold on one second, because I do different way. But anyway, yeah, based on this low, no, it should be like that. Sorry. So this was the high. This was high, right? So no, I shouldn't do this one. I should do a regular one. Sorry. So based on this one, this was the lowest points, and the highest points continue to moving up. So yeah, I think it's gonna create an all-time high continuously after every 4-year cycle. But the bottoms, I don't know. It's showing up like a lot lower than expected. But yeah, I don't know what the bottom is. Last time I checked, it was like something like 2000K or something, 2K or something, 2000K. But I don't know. I don't know how much they're gonna pull this back. It's really hard to tell. But this bottom, if they wanted to increase the bottom like that, I think maybe 25K might be the bottom, so it's, like from this bottom from 2019, 2022 December, maybe 2026 March or February might be the bottom, right? So it's gonna take about a year, right? It's gonna take about a year to run this thing, and then maybe that will be the bottom. So we'll see. I don't know if they're gonna push this much for us, because of the certain events happen, right? So I have no idea, but I know the fact that Bitcoin is heading into a bear cycle like 2027, sorry, 2017 and 2021. So all right, that's pretty much it. So yeah, just want to give you guys a quick update. There's some dips coming up here as well, so I can't really tell how much this thing is going to try to push, but I know for sure that yeah, this will be most likely a fake out. So yeah, maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see tomorrow how much they're gonna push, but yeah, watch out for that. For option traders especially, anybody who plays shares, that's completely fine. Who owns the shares. So yeah, February might be boring month, but March will be the month that it's gonna excite you every day. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.